Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. This is Vince Clorto, aka the Keymaster, and I'm coming at you from a very clearly glorious spring afternoon here in downtown Vancouver, British Columbia. Yaletown to be specific. Libraries over here, stadiums over there. Canucks are losing to whoever they're playing over here at the hockey rink, and I'm joined by chickens on mushrooms, chickens off mushrooms, a cock as hard as steel, and trapped in lucite. This is Nick Diaz knocking out Robbie Lawler. Nothing against you, Robbie, but it's one of my favorite moments in the history of the UFC. My buddy Brian gave me this. It's awesome. And I've got something pretty cool. We're here to talk about somebody who I think is the most underappreciated fighter on the entire roster of the UFC. And that is none other than Jim fucking Miller. Who doesn't love Jim fucking Miller? You got to be kidding me if you don't love Jim Miller. This is one of those goofy whatever it is. Yeah, I've got a couple of the Stephan Bonner ones that I play with, and they're sitting on the mantelpiece. I got this one just because I knew I was going to do this video and I wanted to have a little toy to show. And yeah, this thing will probably go into the box or get sold on eBay after we're done here, and my wife doesn't want to see this thing around the house. It's a limited edition as well, though. If you take a look over here, it says limited edition Jim Miller. He looks like Matt Wyman here, which I believe this is probably a Matt Wyman doll that was repainted to be Jim Miller. At a limited edition to the amount they think they could sell. $7.59 out of 1,000. Jim Miller. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're going to do a little bit of a Jim Miller retrospective. He's fighting next week. He's facing Chase Hooper, which I'm really happy for because he's like Jim's in his 40s. Chase Hooper, he's a grappler. He's not going to knock Jim senseless. But he is young, and it is a test, and God bless you, Jim Miller, still going out there. And so anybody who's unfamiliar with Jim Miller, 38-18, won no contest in his entire career, but his UFC career is freaking spectacular. 27 wins, 17 losses. I know everyone, 17 losses. You know what? You fight in the UFC. See how it goes for you. All right, so yeah, 27-17. He's got 7 KOs, 21 submissions, and 10 wins by decision. This guy's a finisher, right? 3 out of 4 fights that he wins, he finishes a dude. It's awesome to watch. It's weird. Like, you know, he was 11-1 when he got into the UFC. He just had some unbelievable things that he did. He's got like just the guys that he's beaten, like Mac Danzig, Dwayne Bang Ludwig, Gleison Tebow, Melvin Gillard, Joe Lauzon, who I saw right over here, 2016. I watched Jim Miller beat Joe Lauzon by decision here in Vancouver, just like a couple hundred meters over there. That's like a quarter mile to the Americans, whatever, but everyone else knows how many meters it is. The guy's like amazing. Thiago Alves, one of, like, in my opinion, his greatest victory, probably at UFC 200. He knocked out Takanori Gomi, the Fireball Kid, knocked him out at UFC 200. It's about as good as it gets. Some notable losses as well. Benson Henderson, Nate Diaz, Cowboy Cerrone, Beneil Dariush. He got the Cerrone one back. Lost 4 in a row to Dustin Poirier, Anthony Pettis, Francisco Trinaldo, and then Dan Hooker. Yeah, give him a fucking break. The guy had lupus, you know? Oh, no. It was he had Lyme disease. I was close enough. Lupus, Lyme disease, whatever the fuck you're talking about. Anyways, give the guy a fucking break. 27 up, 17 down in his UFC career. Let's take a look at my Jim Miller collection. Yes, these are all Jim Miller cards. I've got way more than this, but I just didn't want to bog you down with the base cards, whatever. But let's go through here. And let's just take a look at, 2009. Right over here. 2009. This is his rookie card. This is him strangling David Barron. I believe it was sub of the night. Sub of the night. Yeah, I think it was sub of the night. He has 11 bonuses. 3 sub of the night, 8 performance or fight of the night bonuses. This guy, like, I just love watching Jim Miller fight. Guy's in his 40s right now. He's still going. He's going to take on a young lion in Chase Hooper. If you don't like Matt Wyman, or Matt Wyman, pardon me. I just looked at this stupid thing and I thought of Matt Wyman again. If you don't like Jim Miller, I don't know what there is to say about you. This guy is about as respectable a fighter as you could possibly come across. Here he is, Jim Miller, his rookie UFC debut, if you can read the card correctly. This is him strangling David Barron. This is David Barron's rookie card when he once had position over Jim Miller prior to getting strangled. And then rookie auto, Jim Miller, 2009, round 2, in the Jew reflecting. Hey, buddies. In the Jew reflecting, Jim Miller, round 2, rookie auto. And what do we got for 2010? We got a lot of 2010 over here. So let's take a look at what's going on in 2010. There's Jim Miller's base card from the main event. Whoopsie, I got doubles of that. There it is in the gold. 2010 main event. There's round 4, his base card. Jim Miller, base. How low can you go? And there's the gold in the same series. 2010 round 4 UFC. And then the auto from 2010 round 4, Jim Miller. These are very iconic. I was playing games with a dude that had the of 88 with this, and I'm just having a little fun with him on eBay. I actually made him drop and block me because I was playing with him a little bit too much. Anyways, wish I had the card. I shouldn't have fucked with him. But anyways, I've got the 2010 Jim Miller autograph. Also in 2010, Leaf MMA, their first series. There he is, Jim fucking Miller, Leaf MMA. And here he is doing the B-side for Steve Lopes' rookie card in Steve Lopes' rookie card. Anyways, Jim Miller beat the fuck out of him. No big whoop. Here he is over here. Relic 2010. Is this main event or is this round 4? Nope. Yeah, this is main event. And there it is. There's the Relic Rag from UFC 106, I believe. Nope, 108. So that's UFC 108. High kick in this prick. Oh, that's Mac Danzig. There you go. He beat Mac Danzig at UFC 108. And there he is, proving my point. Dang, there it is, out of 88. Same card, but wow, is this ever beautiful, shiny, reflecting Jews, and of 88, if you can read that thing correctly. And we're moving on to the next year. This is 2011. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, 2011. Here's his base from Title Shot. Nice looking card. I think I actually have, I think it has copper or gold in this one as well. Bing, Jim Miller. Here's the base contenders of 2011. This is back in the day when he was a contender. He's been ranked sporadically in his career, but, let's, whatever. Give a guy a break. It's the lightweight division. There's 1,000 guys. This guy's been in the lightweight division for 16 years, so leave him the fuck alone. There it is, of 88 in the 2011 Title Shot autograph. There you go. Reflecting juice, reflecting the ceiling. And here it is. This is, and I hadn't mentioned this before, this, in my opinion, is the career highlight of Jim Miller. The Takanori Gomi one was a big one. This is another one. Charles Oliveira. I don't know if you remember Charles Oliveira, but back in 2010, 2011, when he came onto the scene, the lightning fast hands and the beautiful submissions and the grappling. He had future champ written all over him. It took him longer than we thought, but of course it all came to fruition. But Jim Miller knee barred this guy. All right? Mr. Jiu-Jitsu himself. Jim Miller knee barred him, made him quit. It was awesome. Quit or snap. Wow. It was awesome. And one of the coolest things about Jim Miller as well is he's just like the fighter's fighter. Charles had an 8-8 stretch in the UFC, and then he just took off and won like 10, 11 in a row, became champ, blah, blah, blah. But obviously that knee bar really left a taste in his mouth. Jim Miller gave him the rematch. Not just like, oh, I've got a win over this guy. Jim Miller gave him the rematch. He lost in a decision, but or no, he got strangled, didn't he? Anyways, I forget. I'd have to look it up. But anyways, just an awesome card. Great stare down. Jim Miller bent your leg. Deal with it. Moment of Truth. One of my favorite sets of UFC. Here is his gold Moment of Truth card. There it is. His Moment of Truth autograph from 2011. Leaf Metal 2011. I like these ones. They have like a cool little texture over here. They reflect Jews, obviously. And you could shave in this card. It's a beautiful card. Jim Miller never looked more clean and respectable. It must have been like a court date or some shit like that. Here it is, Top's finest moments. Here's Jim Miller putting a lick on Kamal Shaloris. Same card to 188 or 88? No, it's to 188. That's right. The blues are to 188. The little X refractor whoop-de-ding, Jim Miller stroking Kamal Shaloris. And this is also from the same set, 2011. And this is the atomic refractor die cut whoop-de-ding. And there's Jim Miller throwing a little right hook there. And Jim Miller in the Top's finest auto. Got that one too. Here we are, 2012. 2012. I only got a few. I've got one more than this in the 2012, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But I just love this card. I think this is my favorite Jim Miller card. Out of all the disco ones and the cool autographs, blah, blah, blah. This, to me, is just kind of like a real Rocky picture. Take a look at the seriousness. This is in the warm-up of the fight. And just look at that. He's about as cool as it gets. This guy's about to get into a fight. And that's what he looks like about it. Looks a little bit like Captain Morgan with the whole thing. But anyways, he's about to deliver a beating. And plus he's got lupus or Lyme disease or whatever. Bloodlines. Who doesn't love Bloodlines? Specifically like the 2012. One of the best sets of all time. And there it is, the mini rag out of 188, Jim Miller. Front kick and Francisco Trinaldo too. And then out of 88, there's your jumbo relic. Jim Miller kicking Francisco Trinaldo. And then we're moving on to 2013. Yeah, 2013. Ding. Here he is in the Top's finest. That's another punch to Kamal Shaloris. And there's the of 188 of the same card. Pretty spiffy. And what do we got here? Oh, Top's knockout. Green of 88. Jim Miller. And yeah, he just keeps beating this guy up. I believe that was his 2011 card as well as Kamal Shaloris. Perhaps. Here he is playing the B-side. He lost this fight to Nick Diaz. But so be it. It's Nick. And this is one of my favorite cards. It's just a beautiful card. Nick putting a Stockton slap on Jim Miller. This is about as cool as cards look, isn't it? Look at that. Just a big old wide two-shot. Yeah. The photography on this is spectacular. And Top's Knockout 2013. Patch auto Jim Miller. And next year, it's 2014 of all times. And here he is strangling Melvin Gillard. in the autograph on the Topps Champions and stuff. I think they only did Topps Champions 2 years, like 2014, 2015. This is the inaugural Topps Champions. Jim Miller, strangling Melvin Gillard autograph out of 25. Pretty spiffy. I like that card a lot. Whoopsie. Where am I going? Ding, da, ding, ding. Yeah, okay. I'm taking it off over here. Yeah, okay. And here it is. Rag. What freaking fight? What event was this from? I'm not even wearing my glasses. My eyes are fried, by the way. 2014 Jumbo Rag Auto Jim Miller, and he's showing a little bit of like the old man beard over here, Ginge. But no, I guess he's got brown hair. It just got a ginger beard on him though, huh? But it's probably got the consistency of copper wire. Jim Miller 2014 Jumbo Rag Auto. It's awesome. I've only got a couple of 2015 cards from the Chronicles. There's Jim Miller's base card. Whoop-de-ding. And this is 2016. Yeah, 2016 out of 99. There's the Topps, whatever it is. I think, yeah, is that the knockout? It is. And then top of the class, Rag Auto, Jim Miller. I believe this is out of 25. No. Not even numbered. Whatever. Still love the card anyways. Jumbo, not a jumbo, but it's like thick as a phone book. Relic Auto, Jim Miller. Here's the base card from Topps Chrome 2017. And I bought this as a single. But there's also from 2017, one of those jumbo cards. These things are pretty cool. I don't have a lot of these. Thinking about picking up a couple of the Fistograms because they have the... Anyways, jumbo cards doesn't really fit into your box the same way the rest of your other cards do. But it's a Jim Miller. If you can take a look at that, it's the bookend 10 out of 10 box topper, Jim Miller 2017. I'm not familiar with which set that came out of, but what are you going to do? 2022. And here it is. There's the Donruss whoop-de-ding. It's green. It's not a base card because this is like a slight parallel. I threw it in here anyways because I just like Jim Miller and Jim Miller cards. And also for 2022, this is one that I bought about a month or two ago. And I bought this very specifically because it's the Panini Instant. It's the bookend. It's number 1 out of 110. So I guess it was limited to the amount that they could sell. But 2022, Jim Miller becomes the all-time leader in UFC history of wins. A distinction that he still holds and hopefully is going to build upon next week against Chase Hooper. Very cool. 2022, Jim Miller becomes the winningest fighter in UFC history. And here's a bunch of 2023 cards. What is this one? It's the Absolute from the Panini Chronicles. Hooray for everything. And Origins, also from Panini Chronicles. His autograph. These are badass cards. Underrated. I do like the Origins autos. Those are pretty nice. From the Donruss Optic, Jim Miller, shiny, whoop-de-ding. And what do we got? A couple of the 2023 autos. Here's his Panini Select Prism, out of 99. Moving on to 2024, and here it is. There's this rare from Topps Finest. What a dog set this was. Speaking of dog sets, freaking Topps royalty. Those things are not that spiffy. $1,000 a box USD. You get a trinket box, whatever. Anyways, I'm not gonna even fucking go into it. Here it is, Topps Finest. I just bought it because I bought a few Robles de Spania, Akela Harrison. This guy, here's the rare base, and here's his Intimidators auto, not numbered. But the one thing that I find fascinating is that I showed you his rookie card as well, which is this guy over here. 2009. Here it is, 2025. Still fighting. Every single card that I showed you today is within this guy's UFC career. It is absolutely mind-boggling. The longevity and the prick had lupus or Lyme disease or whatever. This guy is durable times 10. And it's Jim Miller. And so, yeah, here he is. Intimidators, auto. I think I've got 15, 16 Jim Miller autos. I love each and every single one of them. But my favorite Jim Miller card is right over here. And I'm going to show you this one because it's absolutely beautiful. I told you I loved the 2012 Jim Miller card from Knockout. And I just want to show you this one because this is a beautiful card. NHL does this. Upper Deck makes canvas cards for just because they're very artistic. I'm surprised the UFC doesn't do this more often anymore, but this is a canvas finish, if you can see that. Very, very beautiful. Nice canvas finish. Obviously, with the canvas that they fight on, this is kind of a spectacular way to present a UFC card in the classic Knockout 2012 design. I absolutely love this canvas card, Jim Miller, and if you can read the card, that's the one of one. It's absolutely beautiful. I love these cards. I love Jim Miller in particular. I'm a massive fan, and I'm happy to have all of these cards. And I'm happy that you guys watched this video as well. If you made it to this part, like, subscribe, blah, 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 YouTube. Jim fucking Miller, let's go. UFC 314 versus Chase Hooper. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.